Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. Well, I haven't made a Luba video in quite a while. I feel like I've made all the Luba videos, like I'm just repeating myself now. But today I found something I can go do. We're gonna go visit OG Luba 5000 at my parents' house. It does its schedule, it always finishes, and it hardly ever has a problem now. So it's hanging in there pretty good. So we're gonna go do a little preventative maintenance. I got my rain cover kit that I ordered in the previous video to see how long it would take to get here. We're gonna go install all that, and I'm gonna flip the blades because it's been a few months since I installed them. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip them over. It is the end of the mowing season here. We are in, what is today? November 11th. We've already had temperatures down into the 20s, but a few days ago, earlier this week, it was back up into the middle 90s. So Oklahoma we hardly have fall or spring. It's more like we have summer and we have winter, and then we have a battle in between. So I'm gonna go to my parents' house. We're gonna do a little Luba maintenance, and of course I brought some pizza, so we're gonna have some pizza in the meantime. Got Duck back there. He's riding in the back with me. So we're gonna go do a little preventative maintenance on OG Luba. It only has a few more mows until the end of the mowing season, and then we will put it away for a few months. So I will see y'all when I get there. All right, so we made it out to where Luba's at. You can probably see by the trees back here that the leaves have started to fall. We only had that little period that was below freezing, but that was enough to get these leaves. So let's check on Luba here. Luba is in a very dirty shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. So we're going to put the rubber protective cover on Luba, and we're also gonna put the RTK cover on out there. So I guess I better quit talking about it and go ahead and start doing it. So we got Luba flipped over on its back here. It's actually pretty clean under here, so pretty surprised by that, because it's been a few, like I say, at least a few weeks, maybe even a month since I've flipped Luba over here. It's still spinning freely. This one seems pretty loose. I'm surprised these aren't really frozen. This one's kind of frozen. Spin it around a few times and it loosens up. I don't know why I'm taking the time to loosen these up, because I'm about to take them all off and flip them over. All right. Barely got that bad boy off. Since I have a razor in my hand, might as well use it. So we are just gonna flip this over and put it right back on. And it's on there tight. So that is what we mean when we say flip the blade. It was cutting with this side, and now it's going to be cutting with this side. But now we just flipped it over, and now we're using this cutting blade. Now, in a couple months when this one wears out, you can flip the whole thing over, use this screw hole, and then you have two more cutting edges right there. All right, so this is another stripped one. I'm just gonna leave it be. Next time I come, I will make sure the stripped ones get changed out. So now we got all these flipped around, everything screwed back together. Look how dirty that is. Absolutely crazy. I have to clean that area real good so this new cover will stick to it. You see in this little kit here, this goes on the RTK. Actually, they're both in this bag. So this one goes on the top of the RTK cover. Wow, look how dirty my hand is now. This one goes on top of Luba right there. But we gotta clean this up. Gotta clean off this dirty Luba. Ugh. Here we go. Ugh. And for the most part, I'm going to focus my cleaning efforts back here But I'm of course going to spray off the whole thing. But I might not try as hard in the other areas. Get a little bit of this Dawn Power Wash. Just, it's a light cleaner. It's not gonna hurt nothing. A toothbrush, hopefully nobody uses this, and a wash rag. And I just got all wet. Clean out around this stop button. All right, that's good enough for what I'm doing. Now that I'm all sufficiently wet and dirty, let's go ahead and put Luba back up on the table over there. So let's go ahead and get Luba all dried off here and ready to receive that cover. I don't know what I got on me. I was clean before I started the day. Peel off the protective tape, and then you just place this down directly over. You kind of use the stop button to get the positioning right. There you have it. You just kind of put pressure on the outsides here, and that plants the glue firmly. Hopefully it'll never come off again until this whole contraption needs to be replaced. It is a soft material, so I figure a year or two in the sun it will start to degrade, but we'll see. Only time will tell. So now the next part is to go to the RTK and put this on top of it. There's really not any rocket science to it. This is the neck. This little notch goes over where the neck is, and you just put it on the top and it kind of clicks in. You can see there's little feet in here that will grab. So you just put it on, click it in, and you're done. I still got the key here. We'll go ahead and plug Luba's key back in so it can be firing up and acquiring its GPS. When you finish putting this key in, you do still have to hold down the power button because Luba is still powered off. That key just kind of connects things so it can power on. So it just says exactly what I thought it did. Please manually control Luba forward 5 feet. All right. That's all it took. So now we're ready to go home. We can get back out of the app and tell Luba to go home. There it goes. I personally don't like that. I think there needs to be some kind of way to override it. Yeah, I know they did it for a safety reason, but I think there needs to be like an override, a safety override. Like, okay, I realize that's an unsafe operation, but I know nothing's around. Go ahead and try to go back home. Because some of us don't use Luba at our property. Luba is at a remote location, so that could be a pain in the butt to somebody that is not where Luba is and Luba gets powered down. The only way around that would be probably to have someone manually pick Luba up and take it back to its charging base. Even then, I'm not sure that it would allow automatic operations after that. Anyway, that's where we're at. Let's get up there to that RTK and get its little hat put on. Luba is starting to wear a track in the grass over here. Evidently, it always drives in the same location. And you can see, I don't know if y'all can see in the video, but in real life, I can see Luba's lines in the yard, nice and straight. And then you'll get a random one going off to the side. That's where it obviously needed to charge. And then you get one like this one over here. And I think that's where it drives to get to an area around the corner of the house. I used to have this as one big area, but then there became an area size limit and I had to cut it in half. We're about to have some leaf problems because of fall, and it's already starting to happen in the backyard. So Luba's gonna need some auxiliary help from the big lawnmower eventually this season to clear out some of these leaves. So we got our RTK hat, don't know what else to call it, rain cover. We're gonna hop up here and we're just gonna put this on the top. That is gonna be difficult to reach because my ladder is a wee bit short. I've made it to the top of the ladder and I'm still pretty far away. We got one more step here. It says caution, no step, but I'm gonna do it for science. I'm still a foot below the RTK, but I should be able to reach. Let's see. I don't know how I should do this. Can we set this down? All right, here it goes. Whoa, almost fell over. All right, try again. All right, I'm gonna have to set this down and we'll try. All right, so we got it on. Everything is connected in the right spot. It looks straight. You could tell the first time I did it, it wasn't on straight, but I was looking straight up at it, so it was hard to tell. But now everything is clicked into the right spot, all nice and straight. So this is kind of the bad thing about trying to automate Luba in areas where you're not normally inspecting. So you got big old bundles of leaves laying around, and over here there's some sticks that have fallen. So things like that is a problem for Luba, especially if there's nobody around to pick it up. So look at that, Luba looks pretty good in there, all cleaned up in its house, ready to take on another day. Now with that special stop button cover that is supposed to help with water intrusion. All right, so that's gonna bring us to an end. Thanks for everybody watching my Luba maintenance video. I always get a lot more Luba viewers than regular viewers. I have a few different types of people. Some people are Luba viewers only. Some people are tech viewers. Some people are electric car viewers only. And evidently we all don't get along because my viewer numbers are wildly different depending on what kind of video I'm making. But that brings us to an end of this video. If y'all want to see me have a hard time doing something, I'm going to record another video right now on trying to change a blend door actuator on a Chevy Impala. Turning the buttons doesn't really change anything. It still clicks no matter what. So I'm going to put that on my Crazy Postman Extra channel since I'm sure nobody wants to watch it. But if you're interested in watching me fail trying to fix my mom's car, go ahead and watch that video. I will post it in the description of this video whenever it's done. I'm sure this one will come out first. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.